that golden performance with Team USA at the Worlds last summer, and certainly really starting to head into the prime of her career, it feels. Look at the other performers here. Jillian Cox, top qualifier in this race, already won the 1500 free here, the 17-year-old from Longhorn Aquatics. And the rest of the competitors here, including 15-year-old Maddie Mintenko from Pikes Peak Athletics there in lane number 3, making this final. Abby Grottle of Aggie Swim Club there in lane number 7. And Kayla Han, again, 14 years of age from La Armada, in second in the 1500 already at this meet, Rowdy, for a young swimmer that's been making waves here throughout her career, all the way up through the age groups.
Still only 14 years of age. A lot of young teenagers here. Tinko, just 15.
Take your marks.
And I look down, I see Bella Sims. She's still only 17. Seems like she's been around so long. Back to those Olympic Games, as you mentioned, a couple years ago, and as a 15-year-old.
Well, we know there's a teenager looming large right now in this event by the name of Summer McIntosh from north of the border, although she trains in Florida and Sarasota, set the world record in this race at the Canadian Swimming Trials back in March. Katie Ledecky in action last weekend in Atlanta. We know she'll be there in this race for the United States at the International Team Trials with the U.S. Nationals coming up next month.
And you throw in Titmus from Australia, who broke Ledecky's world record. McIntosh takes Titmus's world record. They're ranked 1, 2, 3 in the world, and boy, that is going to be the most exciting race, at least on paper right now, when we potentially get to go to the World Championships.
Right now here, Sims class of this field by over 2 seconds at this juncture.
On paper, she's got the fastest time, although Cox there in lane 4 has also been 4:06 plus. This year takes 4:06.4 to make the top 10 in the world, so she would have to go her best time to crack the top 10. Doesn't really mean that much right now. Ledecky's second in the world, as you mentioned, of course. Katie Grimes, who just dropped out just a couple of days ago. She's had a busy schedule. A lot of open water meets. She comes in with a 5th fastest time in the world. That's the teammate of Bella Sim, that Sandpipers. We keep talking about them and how great a job the head coach there, Ron Aiken, has done with that team. A lot of youngsters making their mark.
Sims continuing to cruise here, operating out of lane number 6. 4:15.57 her time in the prelims.
2.5 seconds faster than she went in the morning when she went that 4:15. So no question she's going to be a lot faster than that 2:03 flat, 2:02.9 and change anyway. But we'll have to see how she handles this back half of the race. I still don't think anybody has a chance to catch her. Although, you know, you never know about what we've seen that a couple of times here tonight where swimmers get run down. Kelly Pash obviously did it with her teammate Dakota Luther. Everybody's so different in their training and where they're at in their training and how they handle really the peak of being tired days. And this is the absolute peak of being torn down, run down at the very top of just being exhausted. I was talking, as I said, to Hunter Armstrong just earlier, and that's what he said. He said, you know, we're just exhausted. Well, everybody is, and everybody handles that a little bit differently.
And seeing if somebody can make inroads on this advantage for Sims. Cox and Han trying to give chase, but still the margin quite comfortable at this point for Bella Sims. She's been pretty consistent here. 31.4, 31.6, 31.8, dropping just a touch.
Yeah, I mean, each 50 has been consistent since she turned at the 200. You're talking about the last few 50s, Jason. So that consistency, I think, is what she's going to look for as we head to Indianapolis in a few weeks. And right now, great race for second, actually. There's no question Sims is going to win this, but this little 14-year-old. Kayla Han giving the 17-year-old Cox all she can handle.
Bella Sims barreling her way to the wall for the win here in the 400 free. That battle for second. Cox and Han. Give it to Jillian Cox there. Just barely by about 3/10 over Kayla Han, who does go a lifetime best there. The 14-year-old getting another solid swim, 4:10.56 seconds.
And so did Bella Sims, the winner. I mean, she goes a PB right there, 4:06.4. I didn't think she'd have the back half that she did have. 4:03 flat, 4:03.6. That's just a solid swim for Bella Sims. Nice and high in the water, good streamlined effort there, head in line with her spine. And you can see the domination she had. There wasn't any way anybody was going to catch her after that first 200. And she put together a great, I was more impressed with her back half than even her front half. And I think she's going to be very pleased. Well, it's a PB. How can you not be happy with the best time? Especially now, as we know. And again, a great race there in the back. And as you mentioned, Kayla Han goes her best time by about a second.
So a bunch of teenagers doing their thing here, the women's 400 free. A pair of 17-year-olds, 1-2. Kayla Han, the 14-year-old, there in third. And Bella Sims is with us. Bella, we showed our viewers some of your vlog work from Fort Lauderdale where you talked about your legs dying in another race. They didn't seem to die there. Personal best, how pleased are you with that swim?
I'm very pleased with it. I've been in a little stunt butt training, so it's nice to know that I could have done that with 6 more weeks left.
Yeah, your back half, Bella, was so impressive. You're 2:03 flat, and then coming back in 2:03.6. Did you think that was going to happen on that back half?
I did not know that was going to happen. I didn't think that I could even split that, but whatever. I mean, cool. I'm fine with that.
Oh, good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Bella Sims enjoying it.
Bella Sims, your champion tonight in the 400 freestyle.